Yo, it's Ugly Truck Driver. How the flock are you? Well, Saturday night, just dropped the boy off to work. Got to pick him up Sunday morning, 7 a.m. I was sitting there watching Fox News just before we went out, Mike Huckabee's show. And I come to the conclusion, well, I haven't come to it, I've seen it more than once. Christians in general, Christianity, the Christian religion, is being attacked daily around the world, as well as right here in America. Might I remind you that the United States is a Christian nation. If you go back and look at the Mayflower Compact of 1620, don't believe the BS. Barack Obama said that, you know, America's no longer a Christian nation as he does his Muslim stuff. But Mike Huckabee had this lady pastor on from Auburn, New York. And there was a situation up there where during the summer, her church had a summer program for people. It's like a glee club. Go in, learn to act, dance, sing, stuff like that. No big deal. Just about all churches do something during the summer usually to keep the kids off the street and stuff. But after it started, all of a sudden, the borough fathers walk in with a cease and desist order because they're calling it a commercial operation in a residential zone. Well, see, what they're trying to do is the church was just charging a small fee to, for each one of the kids to cover costs for the glee club, materials and stuff like that and whatever else. And it was right on church property. But the borough did their best to shut them down with this and threaten them with a lawsuit. And this is happening all over. I mean, there's been places on college campuses, people passing out tracts or other religious stuff and, be harassed by government types, school types, all kinds of people like that. But God bless this lady pastor. She got herself an attorney, and she's fighting it. Because you see, if we let people like boroughs, mayors and councils, and county people, state people, federal people, keep pulling this stuff on Christians, they're violating your First Amendment rights, freedom of speech, and religion to start with, okay? And the thing is, we need to stop it and stop it now. Stop it for good. There is a federal law, I forget the name of it, it's a big old long fancy name, that protects churches and Christian type people, and probably others, whatever their religion is, from the government interfering in their operations and what they do on their own property. But see, evidently these idiots at this borough hall up there in Auburn decided they were going to sit there and try and intimidate the church. Well, thank God the lady pastor, she didn't intimidate, got a hold of an attorney. Now they've got Liberty lawyers involved. It's a Christian legal operation. And they're going to go to court. They're going to take it to court because the thing is, this thing needs to be defeated, because if the borough gets away with it, it establishes a precedent which can be used in courts of law, which is BS. But see, this is what the atheists want. This is what the non-believers want. This is what the haters, the liberalists, and all that want. They want to intimidate Christians. They want to shut you down. They want to take away your right to worship God in whatever way you so choose. And this is how they go about doing it. And it is illegal. But, it's something that people just don't get. It's just like when the liberals throw up this separation of church and state stuff. That is wrong if you go look it up and really analyze it. The part where it sits there and says, the government shall have, sponsor no religion or anything like that. It's been badly interpreted by lawyers, by the court systems, because if you look at it literally and interpret it as it was written by our forefathers, there's no such thing as separation of church and state. To which I would also remind you that back in the 1700s, our Congress in the colonies funded the printing of the Holy Bible to be given out in schools for teaching and for learning to read and the rest of that. The Congress, the federal government back then, paid to have these Bibles printed and distributed in the school systems all around the colonies. So that kind of blows your separation of church and state stuff right out the window. But I was impressed at the fact that this lady pastor, rather than backing down and being intimidated by these two-bit morons in their borough hall, that she's fighting it. And according to Mike Huckabee, has a pretty good shot, I'm going to say 80 or 90%, of blowing this lawsuit right out the window. But see, this is the thing, okay? There's too many Christians that want to be Christians, but don't have the backbone or the gall or whatever to stand up and fight. And they say, well, you know, Christ was a peaceable individual. Yeah, Christ was really peaceable and turned the other cheek and all that. But I would remind you that one time when he went into a temple, the money changers were in there, and he upset tables, got out a whip, chased the money changers out of the church. Well, back then it was a synagogue, but the fact is that righteous indignance Christ exhibited, and he made them pay dues. So all you Christians, you need to learn. There's a time you got to stand up and fight for your rights. Fight for your rights as an American, fight for your rights as a Christian, fight for a right under your black and white law, the Declaration of Independence, Constitution of the United States, your Bill of Rights. Quit being wussies, Christians. Stand up and fight. Don't let all these other morons sit there and put you down and try and box you up. So anyhow, that's about it for tonight. I'm headed back to the house. I got to go back in 8 hours and get my boy. I am so proud of that man. Anyhow, have a good night. Y'all take care, be safe. You know, I'm not the world's greatest Christian, but, you know, I believe in God, Jesus Christ, the Holy Spirit. And when it comes to Israel, the land of the Jews, I stand for Israel. That's the way it is. You don't like it, lump it. Bye-bye.